Relief tonight as 14 Washington counties are getting the green light to reopen to the next phase. Pierce, Skagit, Snohomish, Whatcom, Clark, and Okanagan counties can all now move to phase 2 of the governor's Safe Start plan. Columbia, Ferry, Garfield, Lincoln, Pend Oreille, Stevens, and Wahkiakum can enter phase 3. King County is moving to a modified phase 1. A modified phase 1 allows more businesses to reopen, but with limits. Outdoor restaurant seating, for example, is allowed at 50% capacity and indoor seating at 25%. Non-essential retail stores can reopen at 15% capacity. Personal services like salons and barbershops can open at 25% capacity. So what does phase 2 mean? This is a little confusing. Things like traditional shopping malls can resume operations under phase 2, like Puyallup's South Hill Mall, which welcomed customers this morning. King 5's Amy Marino is live in Puyallup tonight. So, Amy, did people turn out and shop?
Well, the mall management wasn't sure if people actually would come, but when they opened their doors this morning, they were surprised to find people already out here waiting in the parking lot. Keep in mind, only 15 to 20% of the stores inside are actually open at this point, but just like everything else we're dealing with right now, things are a little bit different. Many stores are still closed, and they've respaced the tables at the food court further apart, way apart, and added plexiglass at food stands. No, it's not quite the same, but customers said it felt good to be back at the mall after months of quarantine.
It's strange. It's funny because everyone's pretty excited just to be out.
Management added extra cleaning and says face masks are required by the county, but it's not enforced. Stores are supposed to limit how many people come inside. Store owners said it was nice just to be open.
We were wondering what the crowd would be like. I'll be glad when everyone starts to open up, because that will really get the crowd in. Once the bigger chains start opening up again, it'll draw more people into the mall. The mall is adding hand sanitizing stations. It says they're constantly cleaning high-touch services. We asked about the pressure of making sure they keep things clean so they don't see another spike in cases around Pierce County.
I wouldn't say there's a pressure, but I would say that we're definitely making sure that everybody knows that we're putting their safety and their health, and we're making that a paramount part of our daily operations.
The mall expects more stores to open soon as staff are rehired and inventory arrives. Even with only a few open, people seem to find stuff to buy, although in many ways, it's not really about shopping.
I think there's a level of socializing that people want to do. You know, they've been cooped up for 3 months, sometimes 2 months or whatever, and they want to come out and they want to see each other.
Today's the first day he's been able to really get anybody. They've all been on their PlayStation, so it's nice to get him out of his bedroom.
And keep in mind, there are some very specific restrictions on the number of people they can have in the mall. And the mall tells me they have a walkers program for seniors in the morning. They're going to be able to restart that next week. Back to you, Mark.
Amy, before you go, so why this mall and Pacific Place here in Seattle open, but so many other malls not at this point?
Well, it really depends on whether or not the mall was ready to open. The mall tells us there's a lot of challenges. Some of the stores don't have stock because they've been shut down. They are trying to get their employees recalled if they've been furloughed. So it's just really dependent on whether an individual mall is ready to open. We've heard from different malls in the region saying they expect to open sometime in the next few days. They just have to get their operations up and running. So if you have a mall in your area, you should probably just keep checking with them and see when they're ready to go.
All right, Amy Marino, thanks for that live report. South Hill Mall, by the way, is part of Pierce County, as you know, which has reported more than 2,000 infections as of today. 85 people have died from coronavirus in that county. Washington State has surpassed 23,000 cases with 23,442. 1,153 people have died from COVID-19 so far in the state of Washington. Parts of Mount Rainier National Park are back open tonight, including the road from Nisqually to Paradise. This allows you to drive to the Longmire National Historic District and to Paradise. There will still be limited access to restrooms and trailheads throughout the corridor.